Welcome to another edition of Folktales with Ms. Nicole H. Today I'm reviewing The Gingerbread Boy. Now, once again, one of the best known versions of The Gingerbread Boy was done by Paul Galdone in this book here. And in The Gingerbread Boy Folktale Classic, he follows the original story as close as it is to be known. And there's an elderly couple, and they bake a gingerbread boy. He comes out of the oven, and then he runs away. Oh no! He encounters all sorts of problems along the way. And then, at the end of the book, he comes to a river, and a fox talks him into jumping on his tail, and then he says the river's getting deeper, jump on his back, and he goes all the way up. He says, jump on my head. And then what happens next? The fox opens his mouth, and the gingerbread man jumps in. Oh no. Well, there's other ways to tell the story, because like with any folk tale, you can keep some of the elements the same and change some elements. So Jan Brett did one called The Gingerbread Baby, and this one here, it has a little boy named Matty, short for Matthew, and his mom bakes a gingerbread boy, and this one escapes. And oh no, he runs out. He escapes on a cat. He escapes a dog. And he keeps running away through all these different things. And eventually, Maddie has a gingerbread house. And boom, the gingerbread boy has his own gingerbread house to live in. So that's a little nicer version of a story. He doesn't get eaten. He has a little house. And then there's also another version, a sequel to this story called Gingerbread Friends. And the little gingerbread boy thinks that Maddie doesn't like him very much because he's always too busy playing with his friends, so he thinks he needs to go out and find a friend. Well, of course, he encounters all sorts of problems, and then he has to escape from them. He ends up coming home. And then you know what happened? While Maddie was too busy to play with him, he was making more gingerbread babies. And so the gingerbread babies all had a lot of friends. So that's Jan Brett's way of dealing with the gingerbread man or gingerbread boy. Now, one of my favorites is the Gingerbread Cowboy. And this one's fun because it takes place in the American Southwest, and with a rancher and his wife, and she always makes him biscuits, but one day she decides to make him gingerbread, and the gingerbread cowboy that she makes runs away, and he encounters once again all sorts of scary things. And because they don't have foxes in the American Southwest, they have coyotes. He takes a ride on the coyote's tail. And sure enough, just like in the other story, they try to catch him, and Coyote eats the gingerbread cowboy. But this book deals with it a little differently because the rancher's wife wants to teach the coyote how to make his own gingerbread cookies. Well, I talked to some of my neighbor kids, and they decided that they would like to write their own version of the Gingerbread Boy. And they made an adventure story, which I will read to you shortly. But let me show you what I gave them first. I had a bunch of different gingerbread figures right here in different colors. And I let them each pick out the one they wanted. And then I gave them some googly eyes and said, what kind of adventures can your gingerbread man get up to in a story? So that happened last week. And then The resulting story is coming up next. The Crazy Adventures of the Gingerbread Boy by Ellie Koza, Melina Koza, and Abby Clapperidge. Hello, I am the Gingerbread Boy. Let me tell you, it's not easy to be a gingerbread boy. I was born a few days ago, and it was rough right from the beginning. Right after I was done baking, and while I was on the cookie sheet, a dog jumped up and took me. He brought me over to the couch, and I thought I was a goner. After I escaped from the dog, I ran out of the house as fast as I could. I saw a tall tree in the yard. I tried to climb the tree, but I didn't get it all right, and then someone accidentally knocked me down. After I fell out of the tree, I started running. Some kids were playing basketball on a court. I didn't run fast enough, and I got trampled on by a basketball. I needed a rest after that, so I tried to relax on the ground. Then somebody stepped right on me. Let me tell you, I didn't think that was gonna happen. Phew! I saw a chair. Surely I'd be safe up there. I lay down and tried to relax in the chair, and then somebody sat on me. After I got out of there, I was relaxing in the sun, and then a bike came and ran me over. I knew I had to get off the driveway. Then I saw the car. I looked in the window to see if anyone was inside. The windshield wipers came on, and I was brushed all over that dirty window. You know, I always wanted to learn how to drive. First, I jumped in through the open window. I crawled down to the floor, and then I got caught on the gas pedal. To make it worse, somebody smooshed me with their foot. I climbed up and back out the window. The trunk of the car was open. I saw my friend looking into the trunk, so I ran back there because I wanted to see what was in the trunk. But then somebody shut it on us. After we wiggled out, I was so tired. I rested in the shade. Wouldn't you know it, I heard the car start up and somebody drove the car over me. I got very upset. Why was all of this happening to me? By now, I was hungry, hot, and tired. I found my way back into the house and went into the kitchen. I found the refrigerator. I knew there was food in there. Guess what happened next? Yep, you guessed it. When I was going in, somebody shut the door on me. I gave up. At least my body was cool. The end. Did you like the story from those kids? Well, if you did, and if you are motivated to make your own gingerbread story, starting next week, I'll have some gingerbread kits ready. It'll just be some foam bodies of different colors. There'll be some googly eyes, and you can use markers or a pen to draw on a face and clothes if you would like. And then you can take pictures of the different things that your gingerbread boy gets up to. If you want, I can even make them into a book and a video like I did for the kids on my street. And then we can put it out online for you to share with your friends and family, your own version of the folktale, The Gingerbread Boy.